I can give you promise. I can make a promise that you will enjoy this short live video. Let me continue to press the share button. Probably it will get to some people. Okay, even though it will be so early in Nigeria, the UK, but people in the US will still be awake. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. OJ_audio. Thank you so much, sir. Dimao Baba, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. I titled this one The Conscience. Conscience is what I titled this. Why this short live video? I want to discuss some special set of people. But before I discuss them, Mr. Femijex, thanks so much for joining, sir. Before I discuss these people with respect to conscience, I will narrate something from the same Don Greatest Far. Thank you so much. I want to quickly bring out some things from the same Bible that they think they know. Now, I know some of you will say, Bible is not real, that is not real, is not real. Don't let us go in that direction now. But let's just assume that it is real and it is working and everything, so that we can be able to help these people out of their predicament. What part of the Bible am I making use of now? 1 Timothy chapter 1 verses 18, 19 and 20. I will quickly paraphrase. And what do we have in this passage that will help me lay the foundation of what I want to quickly talk about today concerning this special set of people? Timothy and Paul. Paul was telling Timothy, if you use Amplified Version, he says, according to the prophecies that have gone ahead of you, according to those beautiful asotele that have gone ahead of you, that so that you may be able to wage a good warfare. Mercy T, thank you so much for joining. So that, that was Paul speaking to Timothy in 1 Timothy chapter 1 verses 18, 19 and 20. Now, Paul was telling Timothy, he said, Timothy, my son, thank you, Dimao, for sharing. According to the testimony that have gone ahead of you, according to the beautiful sayings that have gone on your behalf, so that you may be able to wage a good warfare against the false teachers. And for you to be able to wage this war, just like Bishop Andrew, I cite you, sir. Brother Sanyaolu, thank you so much. Daddy Samsidin, Sonny, thank you so much. James Ojeyomi, thank you so much for joining on YouTube. Now, it says you need 2 stones to be able to fight this battle against false teachers, such like we have in Nigeria, most especially, and other African countries, because the ones in other African countries, they are following the Nigerian pastors behind. What? Now, don't forget, you'll be wondering, why would Paul be telling Timothy to hold 2 stones. Don't forget that in the Old Testament, when David was going to meet Goliath, he picked 5 stones. What those 5 stones represent, we wouldn't know. But he shot one, entered into Goliath's head, and Goliath fell down and died. Okay? Now, in the case of Timothy, Paul said you don't need 5 stones like what David picked. You only need 2 stones. These 2 stones will help you in fighting against these false teachers. Sister Debbie, DJ My 73, thank you so much. Omar, thank you. Sheikh Ahmad, thank you so much. Kwame Bonsu, thank you so much. Now, what am I saying? What are the 2 stones that Paul was telling Timothy to hold to be able to confront the likes of Adeboye, Oyedepo, Kumuyi, the likes of Oyaki Lome, the likes of Chris Okoti, the likes of Matthew Ashimolowo, the likes of John C. Suleiman, Joshua Selman, Jerry Eze, Olukoya, all the CAC pastors. You need only 2 stones to fight this battle. And what are the 2 stones? Number 1, you need faith. Because if you look at the current day pastors under Winners, under Redeem, MFM, Baba Kumuyi's Deeper Life, CAC, all these pastors, so many of them jumped into the field without reading this Bible passage. Yes, Black, it will be Friday. This one is just a side one as Alujono has brought it. Emma Binu, till Friday, Emma later, hold. Yes, because it will be my weekend off. So this one is just a preamble to what is happening. And I'm sure you will enjoy this. Now, what am I saying? All these pastors jumped into the field without picking the right stones. The stones they picked were stones of worldly materials. The stones they picked were stones of show off. The stones they picked were stones of power. That I want people to know me. I want people to be bowing down to me. And that is what you see all around. But Paul was telling Timothy, only 2 stones. The first one is faith. Because if all these pastors had picked the right stone that day, so many of these pastors will have left all these denominations. I am telling you the truth. Because now that they know that their GOs are evil, yes, so many of these pastors know. Sister Moranikeji Yusuf, thank you so much. So many of these pastors in all these denominations, they know what their GOs are doing, both in the open and in the secret. But they cannot go, they cannot leave, because they have never had the right stones. What am I saying? If they had picked the stone for faith, immediately they notice, brother, sister Adigun Dirty, I will follow back. Thank you so much. That faith means that you cannot walk with the Almighty God without this stone, which is the faith. Because in that journey, there will be so many times that things will be screwed up. There will be so many times that you will have to make use of Proverbs 30, verses 7 and 8. That take away from me lies and deception. If that prayer can be answered in the life of your pastor, we will have seen pastors that will be talking against Baba Adeboye today. There will be so many pastors that will be talking against Olukoya today. but they do not have the right stone. They pick the wrong stone from these their GOs and their predecessors, the ones who have called them and claiming that it is God who has called them. Where am I going? Without faith, even as an ordinary man who is not a pastor, you don't even believe in Bible, you don't believe in Quran. As a neutral man, do you know that without faith, you don't need to read any Bible to understand what they call faith? Okay, you don't have to read it is evidence of things so far and clinical of not sin and all these jargons. Somebody who is neutral, you want to leave the house in the morning, you have told your children that by the time they will be coming back from school and lesson, that better food will be waiting for them. Okay, now you are going to your shop, you don't have any customer coming to buy what you are selling. You are also selling perishable items, such that if you do not sell those items within few days, trust me, there will be debt. Worst thing you have promised your children, number fi máa dé, rice àti dòdò ń dúró dè wọ́n, dòdò àti rice kò gbọ́dọ̀ kọjá, wọ́n á jẹ. Mary's Fragrance, thank you so much. Adejoke Adeojo, thank you so much. Now what am I saying? A neutral person will go to shop, and by the time the person will be coming back in the evening, don't forget the person is neutral, and miracle happens with faith. Máa tajà lẹ́nìí ní sẹ́ mo ti sọ fáwọn ọmọ mi pé wọ́n máa jẹun gidi. By the time the miracle happens, Melody 630616, thanks for joining. So at the end of the day, when these children are enjoying the meal, mommy, Ibo lẹ ti rówó, where did you get the money to make this wonderful and lovely meal to give us? Orí yín ni, orí mi ẹlẹ́dàá mi ló ṣe, you know, with faith. Now, how can these pastors, despite all the sickness in the body of Christ, despite all the atrocities being committed, how can they live when they do not have the right stone of faith to live and say, you know what, I hands off this evil that is happening, let me go and look for another job? Because they don't believe that they can get another job. That is the truth. As at a 9, but like this yesterday now, happy birthday October 24. Okay, now as at yesterday, bí Nàìjíríà ṣe le tó, àwọn kan ṣì ríṣẹ́ lánàá. Bí Nàìjíríà ṣe le tó, àwọn kan ṣì ríṣẹ́ ní last week. But our pastors do not have faith. That is number one. There is another stone that is far more important than the first stone, which is faith. If pastors are in the house today, even if it is only one pastor, please, I need you to open your conscience and hear me today. After listening to me today, irrespective of whatever denomination you are, you will be at a crossroad where you will have to make a decision whether you should continue being RCCG pastor or MFM pastor or Deeper Life pastor, CAC, all of them. You will be at that crossroad if you listen to my explanation today very well. The second stone, it says number one, faith. Then number two, moral conscience, good conscience. Now, when you read Amplified Version, after faith and conscience, they now used a semicolon. So many of us that did GES 101, we understand the use of semicolon. That when you are talking about two things, this bottle and this tablet, and I say bottle and tablet, and I put semicolon, the next sentence that will be coming will be talking about the tablet, not both of them again. So if I say bottle and tablet. The color of the tablet is black, and it is this, it is that. So when I use semicolon in my after something and something, the next sentence after semicolon, the next sentence is going to be talking about that last word or that last item. Now, thank you so much, Debbie, for the gift, for the finger at me. I don't know what they call it. Now, when Paul was talking to Timothy, he says, faith and good conscience. Then semicolon. He says, the good conscience. So many people have lost their good conscience or their moral compass, and hence have made a shipwreck of their faith. Okay, now let me explain that. Don't forget I'm making reference to 1 Timothy chapter 1 verses 18 and 19 and 20. You see this faith and conscience, semicolon. So many people have rejected their good conscience and have made a shipwreck of their faith. I will explain another illustration between the two. This is like foundation. Okay, this tablet, which is the good conscience, is like the foundation upon which the faith is built. Meaning that tí ìpìlẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bá ti bàjẹ́, kò sí nǹkan tí olódodo fẹ́ ṣe, kò sí nǹkan tí faith tẹ kọ́lé lórí tó fẹ́ ṣe. And that is why today the faith that many of our God's generals have used long ago, they have used in rotten miracles. If those miracles happen truly, those miracles, the faith is not able to hold on because they have made a shipwreck of their conscience. The reason why so many people are abusing them today, me being number one. Me ìfẹ́ mi wọn látàn rárá. Now, how is this related to the people I am going to talk about today, so that we'll jump? I just use that Bible passage to build the foundation. These stones, faith and conscience, we have established that the good conscience is far more important than faith. Okay, that's why the Yorubas will say, obìnrin sọ̀wànù, olóhùn ò rí clear ọkọ gbé. Or if you have lost your good conscience, you become lesser than a human being. Now, what am I saying today? Who are these set of special people that I want to be talking about today? The same pastors who are coming out now to expose the denomination under which they have worked for more than 20 years. How many of you know that? What? Sorry. Who are this set of people? Yes. Who are this set of people? Yes, Isaiah 48:22. No sleep for the wicked. Now, oh my God. Now, this special set of people, you are under a denomination. Sister Yodele Mercy, you are welcome. Under a denomination, you have been a pastor for 15, 20, 25, 30 years. And for those donkey years, you didn't see the wickedness of the pioneer of that movement. And you followed until you yourself became a victim. Then there is a problem with your conscience. Then when you now became a victim, that was when you decided to start coming out to say, Baba yen ṣe báyìí, Baba Adébóyè ṣe báyìí, Baba Oyedepo ṣe báyìí, Baba Kúmúyì báyé wa jẹ́, Olúkọ̀yà nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. How many of you know that as we speak, another pastor of so many years, of almost 33, 34 years, under Olúkọ̀yà MFM, that pastor is out again? How many of you saw the video? I am trying to work on the video so that I can make the video available to us also on TikTok from YouTube. How many of you have seen the video that another victimized pastor from under Olukoya actually spent 16 days in police cell, and Nigeria constitution says that you cannot spend 24 or 48 hours in police cell, after which you must be charged to the court. And this man was not charged to the court. He spent 16 days in the Nigerian police cell in Lagos. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n kọ́kọ́ yálé àwọn ọlọ́pàá wa. Nigeria police force, I know we have good elements under you, because I remember saying that I will appreciate the ones at area N Ijede in Lagos. But what about this large percentage or larger percentage? What about this larger percentage? Starting from their bosses at the top, all the way from Abuja, there are wicked, there are self-centered, there are there, they can kill, they can buy, they can take somebody's life because of money. Where do we start from? What is Olukoya, or what does Olukoya give to Nigeria police force that enables them to victimize victims of the same Olukoya? I am asking today, how much does Olukoya give these police guys to be able to detain and unlawfully detain somebody without due reason, without due process? And they will torture them, they dehumanize them, they do a lot of horrible things to them, just because they must satisfy Olukoya. Or should we say that they are in the same organizations that we don't know? Now let me continue. The guy came out and he was interviewed. It is a very sad story. He got a wind, allegedly, that their headquarters there in Lagos, I can't remember the name of the place now. When I walk on the video, you will see it. That at the end of the day, he got a win from a man who sold up one plot of land, okay, to Olukoya. And they were telling this guy, which other, tell your boss to take Yaba Atonike, thank you so much, to take your altar, to take his altar away from that land. And the man was wondering, this victim was wondering, what does this man mean by this altar? The man was explaining, according to that video, was explaining to this victim that Onike Iwaya, thank you so much, brother Yokule Adebisi, thank you so much, sir, that they might have buried something in that land, but they didn't give details. But that was the summary of what that thing meant. That let them move their altar away from there. Now I go ahead. In Winners, so many of them shouted. In fact, let me give you one. They were the friend to this Winners pastor's wife was always watching my video. So the wife of this pastor, Winners pastor, ex-Winners pastor, started watching my videos. That was early last year. So she started convincing the husband, what this Mr. Rotimi is saying. Yes, he is very harsh. That is his own method. Yeah, let's listen to him. The man said, don't listen to him. Oh, he's an antichrist. Don't listen to one Rotimi Daniels. They have shown me his videos at some other places. I just don't want to. Me, I didn't know what was going on. This is a true life story. I still have the person's contact. I will even ask her to send me voice note to use for my, what do they call it now, from the horse's mouth. No do. This guy was part of the people that Oyedepo retrenched. Yes, of course, after that happened, they had to leave the apartment that they were living. Do you know that because I know the wife through my own friend, I was part of the people that donated, that contributed for them to even go and rent a place first, because where would they put their children? They gave them sack letter. So and I asked the guy afterward, I said, do I still look like an antichrist to you? He now said that, Mr. Rotimi, don't be angry. I am sorry for what I said. He buy money. I said, now, what it means is, if you were not victimized, you wouldn't have left that evil organization that you people are calling winners. An evil organization that you people are terming to be a church. Then he said he was sorry. In fact, when I called him when I spoke with him on video call, he actually prostrated. I was just laughing. I said, you better stand with me on my written hero. Ìwọ̀n bá tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè ṣe fáwọn làwa ń ṣe fún yín. Ṣùgbọ́n liberation yìí à ní dákẹ́. God so good, he was able to get a job afterwards. Now, my question in this live video is, why should these people become victims before they speak out? Like this MFM pastor, 33 years, you saw some signs. You must have witnessed what Olukoya had done to some other people. You didn't speak up because you wanted him to like you. Because of what? Why must you wait to become victims before you start speaking out about the evil things that are going on in your organizations? I'm asking, because only tara ale ẹni bá ń jẹ kòkòrò mọdùmọdù tá a bá wí fún àìsàn ò ní jẹ́ kí gbogbo ara alẹ́ sùn lálẹ́. So my fellow liberation movement comrades, ibo la ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ fún àwọn tó ṣì wà ní ìpéjọpọ̀ tó ń pera wọn pastor, deacon, deaconesses, kí lorúkọ tó tún máa ń fúnra wọn, bishops. How do we go about their case? They have seen, they must have been part of what Olukoya, Oyedepo, all of them, Baba Deboye, they must have been part of the wickedness these men measured out to some of their members. But it was okay for them because they were not the victims. Now that they are the victims, where do we, they now start speaking up. As we speak now, maybe another one will become a victim again tomorrow. Before they now start talking, blah, 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 blah. And that is why I termed this conscience. Because any pastor under any of these denominations, if they have conscience, I can tell you wholeheartedly, conscience, 50% good conscience, they will have left. But the quality of life, whatever that thing is that is making them to still stay, I don't know, and I wish to know. Dimao, kí la máa ṣe sọ́rọ̀ àwọn pastors yìí? What is tying them down there? What is tying them down? I want to know. I want to learn tonight. What is tying them down?
Captain.
Dimao Baba.
Because it will give you more wisdom. Iṣẹ́ yìí mo ẹgbẹ́ mo máa sọ kò kì í ṣiṣẹ́ kékeré.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Kí ni èlò to bring these lives together, but it is not easy. Elédùmarè ló fi sílẹ̀.
Àmín.
Ẹ ṣọ̀rọ̀ nípa conscience.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
I think I discussed this issue with some people sometimes ago. Conscience, everybody have conscience. But the ability to maintain the positive side of your own conscience. That is why some people call Holy Spirit, holy evil spirit, one dirty spirit. I don't know. It is your conscience that speaks to you. We have conscience is of two. One is positive; it carries positive energy, and the other one carries negative energy.
That's true. Oh yeah.
Now, whatever you are doing that is not good, you don't need Holy Spirit. You don't need anybody. You don't need to pray. That conscience will tell you that this thing is not good.
True.
So, ability to follow the positive energy of our conscience.
Hmm.
And this is the problem. One, the ability not to follow those positive energy of our conscience is because of what we want to eat. What we want to become, greediness. That's why we are not listening to the inner positive energy of our own
Conscience.
Yoruba man, son, you don't have conscience. You don't have conscience. There's nobody born that doesn't have conscience. If a child used the corn to bite the mom's breast when he was being fed, you will see that child as fufu, and she even 1 month old, you will look at the mommy's eyes like this.
True.
Conscience are born with us, are formed. Let me even say, are formed with us. The conscience so you are born with it. Everybody have conscience. Ability to listen to the positive energy of our conscience make us whole, make us truthful, make us human. Now you are asking that why are they not doing it? It's because they are not listening. Because of what they want to eat. Because of the qualities are still around them. Now, we are not walking on the path. We are walking on the path. I've been liberated from these activities.
Benny.
So it is the gullible. And thank God, I do tell you, this fire is spreading. It's really spreading.
Yes.
We are getting liberated every day. And I talk every day. People are getting liberated. And God continue to I don't know how to pray. I told you in my last once the program go, they were mentioning your name.
Wow.
So the liberation, it's must. It's a must,
is.
and we will get there.
Thank you so much.
If you stand in front of the train, you will be crushed. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sister Ayodele Mercy, what is keeping these men in these denominations, despite seeing all the atrocities and evils that are going on in them? It's okay. Yes, ma. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó ti sá lọ.
Preparation for my children to go to
school.
Sherry, the last speaker has I want to thank God for the life of that brother that just
Benny.
He has said it all. Everybody comment
Benny.
The system, I will still go back to the system. Nigerian system is very, very bad. Very, very bad. Most of all these pastors here,
ṣùgbọ́n ọ̀nà àti jẹ́.
They recruited them into the system. Ṣé ẹ̀rí tó bá fẹ́ gbà yàn sí winners ní pastor? Wọ́n máa announce a big professional employment. Big professional employment. Wọ́n ṣe máa announce ẹ̀. Tí wọ́n á sọ pé bachelor degree kìnìkan is a social experience. Àwọn young guys tó ṣe ń jáde university tó yẹ kó máa ṣe research, tó yẹ kó wà níbi iṣẹ́, tó yẹ kó máa ṣe one or two things tí wọ́n wà fún lórí tí wọ́n wà nǹkan tó máa di. Àwọn náà máa recruit, they can say not no more than 25 years of age. So these things is beating hard sí generation wa. Àti ìmọ̀ kankan. Àwọn ọmọ tó yẹ pé nǹkan tó kà ní school tó yẹ kó lọ máa fi kó máa practice ẹ̀ ló jẹ́ pé kórílẹ̀-èdè máa enjoy wọn. They will just take them, recruit them, take them to series of training and brainwash them. That's the way I see it. Nobody to brainwash your mind on the motivational speaker.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
And this set of people they will speak to your conscience. If you are not careful, you will be carried away. You will just be carried away. Me, I went to CSC. I went to Deeper Life. My mother was a Deeper Life member today. To Deeper Life, to CSC. They are all the same. They are all the same. So I want to sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn kì í ṣẹjọ́ wọn. It was because of the system we find ourselves. At least ẹlòmíì ni wọn bóyá 40,000 àbí 50,000 per month.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
That one put little food on the table now. Tó bá dẹ̀ remember tó lówó lọ́wọ́ tó lè abracadabra ìyẹn náà tún máa fún ní stipend. A máa fún stipend. So nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ nìyẹn. So but ojú everybody ti ń là díẹ̀díẹ̀ ń sìn.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Charity Abioye yẹn is an eye opener.
It is big one. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
To know that this is a pure business. So mo ní pastor kan yẹ pé ó ti retire fún rẹ̀ at age 50 ló retire. Crisis yẹn ti ń dùn tí at the close kan tó sọ fún mi pé òun bá ti retire pé as things are going pé ifọ̀ àwọn Abioye kan wọ́n máa retire wọn. Ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo ń sọ yóò tún sí bóyá bí 4 years ago or 3 years ago.
Wow.
Man is philanthropist now. Ó kàn ń ṣe empowerment kiri ni. Ó dẹ̀ lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì kó dẹ̀ jọ́sìn. So Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ ti náà kúrò àwọn yẹn. Unlike àwọn young one tó ń bọ̀. Tí ò easy fún wọn láti withdraw from that system.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
So the bottom line náà ni pé ẹ̀rọ àti jẹ́. Kò sẹ́ni tí ò ní conscience bí bọ̀dá mi yẹn ṣe sọ. Gbogbo ala ní conscience.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Irú ta máa rí pé nǹkan tó ń ṣe ò dáa. But because of what we want to eat, we will not be able to chop. So may God help us. But we are getting there definitely.
Gradually. Then.
Definitely getting there.
Thank you so much, Nami. Thank you so much. Yeah.
So about Pastor Balade jáde.
A máa wá jáde US ló wà. Wọ́n threaten ẹnìkan tó fẹ́ fún mi ní details ẹ̀. Wọ́n threaten ẹni yẹn. Wọ́n threaten ẹ̀ máa fi so máa comment ẹni yẹn máa fi sórí Facebook. Wọ́n threaten ẹni yẹn. Kò sí wàhálà, a máa wá. Torí pastor náà lò mú o. Pastor ní Falade yẹn o. Túnjí Fatade, pastor ní US o. Mọ́mí ẹ̀ wá tó mi ẹ bá wa gbóhùn sókè mà. Ẹ on mute. Ma? Okay.
Àwọn pásítọ̀ náà máa ń tọ̀ ọ́. Àwọn pásítọ̀ náà máa ń tọ̀ ọ́. So, don't get carried away without a pastor.
Oh yes, of course. Àwọn ló burú jù sẹ́ ẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá rí àwọn nǹkan tó wà lọ́wọ́ mi tí mò ń ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí. Ẹni tí ò bá fi ẹsẹ̀ múlẹ̀ pé lóòótọ́ Ọlọ́run wà, a máa sọ pé kò sọ Ọlọ́run mọ́ ni. Ní àwọn nǹkan tó wà lọ́wọ́ mi tí mò ń ṣiṣẹ́ lórí. Mọ́mí ẹ wá tó mi ẹ bá gbóhùn sókè. Kí ni díẹ̀ tí àwọn pastors yìí àtàwọn members o? Because somebody just made a comment now. Olawale Oluyemisi says courage, just like common sense, is not common. Then she also says some people are psychopaths. they have lost their conscience. Then Brother Ayokunle Adebisi says, what of those that are not pastors? Members so loyal to their pastors or victims and not have the opportunity to see. Thank you so much for that wonderful comment on YouTube. Sister, what told me about Agbon Sokema? Ṣé ẹ ń lo earpiece ni mà bẹ́ẹ̀ ń lo Bluetooth? Ohun yẹn faint díẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
I want to tell you that my own late husband is a clergyman. But if you go to late, maybe for an intention, you need to be kill our so church down. Destroy the business center. He's a clergyman in Anglican church. David Betty or come back on program to back there. That's all for me. Bishop to be better my fetch in the church and two ban no come off to you. Bishops of be I want to back to you two ban.
Church you will not in pastor ma.
Anglican church.
Chai.
Bishop ní ẹni tó bá ti lówó lọ́wọ́ tó lọ gbóyè lọ́wọ́ wọn ẹni tó lówó ní kan fi jóyè.
Chai.
Tó bá délé tó bá ń sọ fún mi báyìí màmá mi ní kí la wá sọ church dá. Ẹni tí ò lówó ṣe kò ní ẹ̀jẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ mẹ́. Adé náà sábì ń lọ́ṣọ́ lówó nìkan kò sí ọlọ́run mẹ́. Tó wọ́n bá ti sọ wọn lówó yẹn ti ọlọ́run ní church. I don't know, they are not there. Àwa ń ṣe wéèkìkù lọ́wọ́ a clergyman fún ara tó jẹ́ clergyman ẹgbẹ́ wọ́n dẹ̀ lọ mú ẹrù ẹ̀ lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan láì jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ sí. Wọ́n ti lọ pé láàrin ara wọn wọ́n wò ó. He died at 39 years.
Wow.
At 39, very young age. Wọ́n wò wípé ṣé ẹ ti ń rogún mu ẹni tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀. Níbi tí àwa ẹbí ta ti ké wípé ẹni yìí kú ta ti ṣe wéèkìkù nǹkan tẹ̀yìn ní nínú ẹrù ẹ̀ lẹ́lọ́mú. Imagine ọjọ́ kejì tí ọkọ mi kú nìkan lọ kó bàtà ẹ̀ láì jẹ́ kí n mọ̀ sí. Imagine ẹ wo church. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, it's my husband, not another person's husband. Nígbà tí ẹni tó kó bàtà ẹ̀ yẹn tó wá kí wa, ọmọ mi just 8 years old, lórí bá, Mommy, this is my daddy's palm slippers. And the clip ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀ náà ló ẹ wo mi ìfẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ kó má dàgbé bóyá èèyàn I'm one of them before. I'm one of them. Then maybe when he died, I was like, over a year plus to put me in the church. Because we cannot shame me. Cannot shame me. Because nígbà tó wà láyé gan church ti sí mi. But come on, I pay ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló bá ministry ẹ̀ jẹ́. Come on, I pay ìyàwó ẹ̀ ló bá ministry ẹ̀ jẹ́ lákòójọ́ kí ni àkòójọ́ fúrítì, lájọ́ fúrítì. Ẹ ṣé ìyá mi. Ẹ ṣé. Now, kí n tó gbé Daddy Zola show wọlé, from everything, I remember defining the body of Christ about a year and a half ago. I am so happy that more than 70% of those who antagonize me based on the definition, they are back now to say, Awikoko kí ló rí ngbà yẹn tó fi define body of Christ ní method. The body of Christ is actually the most deadly, the most filthy, the most corrupt, the bloodiest. Mention it.
everybody in the whole world. Bẹ́ẹ̀ má jẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ jù. Zola Show ẹ jẹ́ gbọ́n sókè sà, ẹ on mute.
Yeah, thanks for the invitation.
Yes.
Mama Yad, ewu to mi àbí Mama Yad ló máa ń pè kẹ́ ẹ̀. Tùràǹkìtà náà làwọn náà ti dàgbà. Mọ́mí wa ewu tó mi, Mama Yad ló máa ń pè yín. At least mo ìmọ̀tí. Àǹkìtà làwọn náà lọ́bí wá sí ní kìíní sọ. But in those days, you know, because of this structure, ó wà l'Anglican, ó yẹ fear. Notwithstanding, gbogbo ẹ̀ náà bí cultism, man pass man, it's all about politics, who knows who get what. So ní bá ti mọ job, tó ti jẹ́ ọmọ bishop, tó ti ṣe boy bishop, gbogbo wọn máa lọ dédé fún ẹni. Àtúndé yunifásitì náà, ẹ jẹ́ àrí àwọn báyìí làwọn ní jákẹ́ẹ̀tì bẹ̀rẹ̀ Pentecostal, Radical, wọ́n ṣàbẹ̀ náà kó wa lómi ọ̀bẹ jẹ́ ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
You just want to see your shoe.
Oh, you want to see my face? Oh, say cheese with me. Shoot, I'm screenshotting. Say cheese.
Employment, iṣẹ́ ọlọ́run kankan, employment, just nítorí kò sí just put it that way. Tíṣẹ́ bá wà, kí lèèyàn lọ ń jókòó sí ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì? Ṣé bí lóyìnbó làwọn wà Italian làwọn tó náà bá gbé káàkiri ẹ̀? Ibẹ̀ ni Rome wà, wọn lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì rí. Mi ò rí wọn tí wọ́n lè kọ́ ní ọlọ́run lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì kiri. Ìwọ làwọn ti wá rí tiwa gbé kárí àti ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì àti mọ́ṣáláṣí mi ò rí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ Nàìjíríà.
Kò sí.
Irọ́ ni gbogbo ẹ̀, irọ́ ni ó jẹ lẹ́nu gbogbo ẹ̀jẹ̀. Kọ́ọ̀tì kìíní ní ká pé ó jẹ́ church náà. Kọ́ọ̀tì tó bá ti belong alẹ́ ìlú tí ẹ jẹ́ ọ̀nà àlà òun lọ́yìn tí. So ẹni tó bá gbọ́dọ̀ láwọn ọmọ máa gbé èèyàn kan sọ pé òun gbìyànjú sí ẹni tó gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n náà ọ̀rẹ́ tó jẹ́ tó jẹ́ pàjọ àti ẹjọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ obìnrin tán lọ́hùn wòlíwòlí. Irọ́ ni gbogbo ilé ẹ̀ náà wọ́n kàn ń gbọ́ àwọn ìwọ́n tó bá súnmọ́ wọn máa inú aṣọ ẹ̀ wọ́n máa jẹ́ kó yẹ pé kò sí ọkàn tó bá dẹ̀ fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ààrẹ just know my not ló máa gbé kọ́ ẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. Àwọn ń rasẹ̀.
Leave it to God. Let God judge. Let God judge. If that one follow as far as lead them. Let God judge. Let God judge.
Those were the two mindsets tó gbé wa débi tá a dé yìí.
Kí ló ṣe máa ní èèyàn lọ school? Because Christianity wà bá mi. That is education. Ẹ wá educate me. Wọ́n lè question yín rárá. Lecturer tó kọ́ ní àjọ máa argue. Àjọ máa sọ pé báyìí láì kọ́. So why to get pé Christianity ẹ máa pa á lẹ́nu mọ́ pé you can't contest what the pastor says. Pastor says is topics. Ṣé ní láàánú bàbá tó ń lo 40-45 years pẹ̀lú máa yẹn tí yẹn jẹ́ káàkiri. Jákèjì ọ̀rọ̀ tí wọ́n mi ò ọlọ́dẹ àríjì mi ò ní wọn ní nǹkan lọ́wọ́ but mo sọ pé inú wọn lè dùn sí wájú.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Mo ní kankan lọ́wọ́.
Inú wọn lè dùn sí ẹgbẹ̀jì láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ kan kó máa lọ 45 years.
àwọn tó ń gbà ẹ̀ gan ọmọ tó ti dé. Ṣebí ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ làwọn dunamis lè jáde ẹ̀yìn tó ń rìn sí bàbá onídébẹ̀ làwọn dunamis lè jáde ó jà wájú àwọn ẹ̀ dìde. Tòun tó ti bàbá ẹ̀ oní business ó fẹ́ plan láti gbé business ilẹ̀ bá wọn náà ó ti síta. Ó ti wọ́n síta lórí wọn pé àwọn lè mú jì wọn bá wọn ẹ̀ wọ́n lè bá wọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ kó lóye tí wọ́n síta. Ó tí wọ́n síta ni ó ti lè wọ́n fún wọn tó máa lò wọ́n fún ẹni tó kú láwùjọ ẹlẹ́jọ́kùn yìí ó rìtáyà yìí. So Nigerians, our youths, I think, I don't know, because politicians àti àwọn
religious men yìí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
àti religion and politics in social science a máa ń sọ pé religion extension politics extension we call it it's like an ideological state apparatus language. It's just like a tool that we politician lò láti fi shade àwọn ọmọ náà láti fi bu ẹ̀yìn láti fi brainwash àwọn yìí tó bá fẹ́ tẹ̀lé contest tó bá jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ kí ni wọ́n máa ní òde lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wọ́n ní ibi tí plane máa land sí kí ló ń gbé bọ̀ kí ló ń gbé lọ àbí ló ń tà ló ń land plane ló ń land jet àbí whatever sí tẹ̀ fún nílẹ̀ kó máa land tax wo ló ń san. So all these things, it's a cartel, elite. Because you're my auntie, that one youth back to the officer of the Nigeria. I think beside that, enough must be enough. At the religion, at the politicians, when how long are we going to do this?
Ní jẹ́ kó sú wa, ní jẹ́ kó rẹ̀ wá. Because if somebody had told them in 2018-19 that a time like this will come that people will now start revolting and talking and speaking up, and if we have gotten to this level now, then they should expect that by the end of this year and next year, it will be highly unbearable for them. It's one man, nantiti wa nu one. Then
in fact 2017 ló ti bá tí mọ̀mọ́ tọ̀ṣọ̀ ó yìí wà lẹ́wọ̀n bẹ́ẹ̀.
ó ṣì wà bẹ́ẹ̀ tó fẹ́ sá lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
ọkọ̀ ọ̀tẹ̀ ìdájọ́ ẹ̀ wọ́n bá gbé asphalt ní wọ́n tún máa gbé padà náà fún bí. tálàbí kan ń sọ tó gbogbo kíní yẹn Nàìjíríà ní ó ti lòdì ẹni tí pásítọ̀ bá ṣe bá gbogbo nítorí kíní àwọn politicians náà ń lọ wọn pa against the racism. Ìjọba lè ṣe ẹbí ìlú ìlà wà báyìí. Èmi ò lọ́jọ́ tí ní ìpọ̀lẹ̀ ọkọ̀ invite mi tó jà pẹ̀lú títí ìjọ Christmas nígbà tó lè kó mi padà. Bọ́dún tó lẹ́nu àwọn tó ń lọ pé táwọn house on tight wọ́n máa kọ́lẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ máa fún wọn ní end of the year torí táàsì fún wọn fẹ́lẹ̀ pa ilẹ̀. That transparency. And that is to say pé kò ṣe owó yìí kan. But ní Nàìjíríà kò mọ̀ sí tight ó jẹ́ ìwé ẹ̀. Mo kàn pàdé nínú pásítọ̀ kan tó sọ ẹ èèyàn kan nígbà Adébóyè níbi kan ni wọ́n já ẹ wá sí ó wá bèrè tight ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ṣe kíní kan kó business ẹ̀ wọ́n tẹ̀ wọ́n lè jẹ́ sọ́ọ́ síbi kan tó wọ́pẹ̀lẹ̀ tó nílé bèrè wà nítorí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ yìí yóò nílé challenge just not minority. Wọ́n bí yìí táwa wá yìí tó bá sọ táìtì ẹsẹ̀ ìparí oṣù wọn ló máa fún wọn tẹ̀ máa kọ́lẹ̀ gbogbo ẹ̀ bí mo tó ń san àwọn whatever that tó san oṣù ó dẹ̀ máa gba a kind of thing to my file for tax end of the year. That's a pure transparency. Kò sí ìjọ ìtọ́jú oríṣiríṣi lọ́dẹ̀ ti sọ di wọ́n ti sọ di ilé.
Ní dákẹ́ ni sir. Ní
Kò
dákẹ́.
sẹ́ni tó ń lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Kò sẹ́ni tó ń lọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Thank you so much sir.
Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀.
Yes sir.
Olúwa tún fi ọdún àbọ̀ wá fún wa ṣe.
Àmín.
Mo appreciate.
Yes sir. Sister call me Àgbékẹ́. Ó yẹ meet kẹ́ sáré bá wa dá sí ká tó máa lọ. On mute. Okay. Hello ma.
Much that is,
Okay ma.
but I think our youth the share post.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Our youth, because present consist Nigeria, Catholic Church.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Now most of these youth are just thinking of elite the pastor,
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
because they only turn this thing to business. The thing like they are not working, so the best thing they can do is to set up a church. And these people are going to pay tithes, people are going to pay off, and so many things. But one thing is that the people that brought Christianity to Nigeria themselves, is this how they are doing? They are helping their community. They're planning their future. But we in Nigeria, nobody is against that. Ìjọba Ọlọ́run wo ló ní? Èwo nu wọn ló ti dọ̀rọ̀ yẹn rí? Táyé yìí àwọn tó pera wọn Adébóyè Oyèdépò. Sorry to mention it, but I will still say it. Ìjọba Ọlọ́run tó láwọn.
You are free to mention their name. Èmi máa ń dárúkọ wọn lórí page mi o. Mi ì rán wọn o.
Ẹ sọ pé ìlú ìtọ́jú Ọlọ́run ẹ̀ ra private jets for your own personal use. It's going to be, we as a youth, our youth then we must come together as one to fight this religious bible. It's getting too much.
Ben, youth sensitization. Yes.
The government is not going to help because most of these people we're talking about, they are hand in hand. They won't talk. So these are religious guys talk. They won't talk. They won't show to castigate the government because the government is wrong. Government mama wrong. Don't correct them because the government bribes them. Only the government is every month. Most of these top officials are paying their tithes to their churches. So we are, as a youth, I wouldn't call our wives.
Ben.
What exactly do we want?
Ben.
And we should know which way forward. And it starts from your home. Not that one person, a pastor, we don't will not be. Pastor, you want to tell me what is not right.
Immediately, talk about that. The pastor, one might check everybody mark, but one need daddy.
That is it. Some of these our women in the home, mama pull left for that DG, they pull left for no respect because what someone don't know. These are the people that don't shake God, they cannot even bring it to limelight like you want to make anybody know what they are doing that are bad. So I want as a person from your home, you have to correct most of these things. That makes you can't get everything back on it. That is all I can say.
Thank you so much. I'm holding on to that word that you use, sensitization of the youth. Bumi Bumaye. Oh yeah, sorry, but I should papa 2 minutes. Kato ma lo. Ẹ káàárọ̀. À ń gbọ́ yín dáadáa.
Mo fẹ́ kọ́kọ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín fún àtúntò
ẹ ṣé bàbá mi.
because èmi náà gbà tó bí máa já sí London ni mo wà ń sìn bọ̀ nígbà tó bí mi máa kọ́ là sí maka Sweden ni mo wà. Òjíṣẹ́ kan wá mínísítà ní Copenhagen tí ẹ gbọ́ mi.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Òjíṣẹ́ tó wá mínísítà ní Copenhagen ó wá láti London sí ọdún mo ti wá sí London gbà Sweden ni mo kọ́kọ́ wà. Akínbára ní kọ̀ọ̀kan kan tó wá ń gbá bọ́ọ̀lù Denmark ó wá ń bá mi jiyàn pé Òjíṣẹ́ yóò mọ̀ dáadáa. Ẹ̀mọ́ ní òye mọ̀ ó lọ́mọ wá ṣiṣẹ́ oníṣègùn lọ́dọ̀ bàbá òun àbúrò àbáyé mi jẹ́ àbúrò mi ní ẹgbẹ́ discuss ọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. Ó ní tí màá bí mi tí màá bá ti ṣe wá pé àlọ́. Brother Daniel ibi tó ti kọ́kọ́ láti.
Chai. wọ́n block mi ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni wọ́n block mi ń gbà yẹn ni wọ́n gbogbo àkáǹtì mi pátá wọ́n block. Gan. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni 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 bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Ló pọ̀. Exactly. Hmm. Hmm.